What's up, everybody? The boys are back. Blacktop Smack Talk. Man, great day. Great day. Well, yesterday was a great day. It was Mother's Day. You got to celebrate our moms, our wives, our loved ones, whoever was moms. It's a brand new week, still quarantined all over the world pretty much. But we got Bruce is in the house from California, Bay Area. We got Charlie. Charlie's here today with us, finally back in Seattle. And then we got a big special guest, one of our favorite Huskies of all time, one of our favorite players from Seattle, Tre Simmons. Tre, what's up, man? How's everything? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I like the Blacktop Smack Talk. That's filthy.
Yep. Thank you.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it, man. So we just want to sit down with you, take a couple minutes out of your day to kind of just to get to know Tre, the person, and, you know, go over your career a little bit. Man, so first things first, man, like we're quarantined, obviously, for the last couple months. What's a typical day look like for yourself?
A lot of push-ups, man.
Yes.
You was on you did like 3,000 or something, right? 3,000 in a month or something like that?
Nah, it was 10,000.
Or 10,000, my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
You on that Herschel Walker. That's that Herschel Walker workout.
And Herschel Walker did like 1,500 a day.
A day. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you still staying in shape?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I've been riding my bike a little bit, doing some push-ups. Just trying to stay in a little bit of shape.
Right. Okay. When did you start getting into basketball? Like, what age were you when you first started getting into hoop?
I was about 9 or 10 years old, but my first sport was baseball, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I liked the baseball the most, and then I played football. But then, hoop, I can always hoop, but I wasn't really taking it like that serious.
Okay.
Until people seen me and was like, oh, dang, he's kind of dope. So,
right.
I just ran with it.
Okay. So outside of baseball,
what position were you? Were you a pitcher?
I was pitcher and shortstop.
Oh, there
okay.
You go.
Yeah.
There you go. But outside of getting on the, on the diamond, did you play football or did you do any other type of sports?
Yep, I played football. I played Little League football. My grandma wouldn't let me play in high school. She said I was too skinny, man. So I couldn't. She said, you too little.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Good, man. So, I mean, what were some, you said you got into basketball after, trying some other sports as a youth. Who were some of the, we all look up to somebody, growing up that inspired us in the game. Who were some of the players that you looked up at that time as you starting to love and appreciate the game?
I mean, back then, Michael Jordan was going crazy back then,
yeah.
man.
Right.
So, he was one. My dad liked the Magic Johnson though, so I watched him too. Man, I mean, that's pretty much it. I like the Penny Hardaway.
Okay.
I was a big Penny guy. Yep.
Super.
Penny Hardaway, I remember I got his first pair of pennies with the little one in the back.
Yep.
My favorites right there.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, locally, being out, Seattle, and it's starting to, blossom that time. We're starting to put out players and stuff like that, kind of 90s on. Was there any players, like locally in the area, maybe as you got into the high school and stuff that you looked up or just liked their game or something like that, watched them?
In high school, we stayed at Will Conroy's house, at his mom's house. It was me, Will Conroy, Roydell, Smiley, Goof, and Maul C would always be over there.
Right.
Jamal. So we kind of looked up to him, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he was it 2000? No, 2001. He got drafted.
Oh, Maul?
No, not 2001. I'm tripping.
2000, wasn't it?
2000.
2000?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah. So
And he went, yeah, he was number 8. He went 8. I remember Marcus. That was that Marcus Pfizer draft.
Yep. You know, I played
Yeah.
with Marcus Pfizer.
Oh yeah.
overseas.
Oh
At,
shit.
at the end, though, he was huge, man.
Yeah.
He was huge, man. I'm like, golly.
Good.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, being around obviously players, being, like I said, moving in Will's house, being around those guys and stuff, and just watching the league at that time. Was there any like certain player, that you wanted to like model your game around, or you model your game around even after high school going on?
Nah, man, I wasn't really like, it's crazy because in Seattle, like you can tell like we have a certain type of game.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like you can take like DeJounte and Jamal and even me a little bit and a couple other guys. You can be like, oh, that's that Seattle shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
100.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think we emulate each other.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We take a little piece of everybody around here and use it to advantage.
I mean, with that said, everyone taking a little piece of each other and emulate. Is there any favorite Seattle players that you like? Doesn't obviously have to even be from your time period coming up in the city and stuff, but any Seattle Cats you just like, man, I recognize that game. I like that. I respect this game.
I would say Jamal would probably be the top. You got JT. JT used to look out for me when I was younger too. But yeah, I mean, them. You got Will. Will's one of my best point guards I ever played with. So, you got Brandon. Can't forget about Brandon Roy, man.
And Ed too. We're gonna get into asking about a little about, and when Ed was a monster too.
Ed was a beast.
The coldest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were me and Bruce were 01, Adam was 02, so we were the same year as Will, so we played against Will a lot too, and I mean he was just way bigger than us, man. We were at that age, man.
Yeah.
He was fast, he could do it all. Bruce can tell you, Bruce had to guard him a couple times when we were young.
Yep.
It was like, come on, man, this dude ain't even fair, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, like at Garfield, you didn't or where'd you go? Did you go to Washington for middle school?
Yep, I went to Washington Middle School.
You guys have a squad then? Did you play?
We had a squad. Yep, I played 1 year. Damn, dude, we won the championship, man. It's been so long, man. I don't even remember.
Yeah, hella long ago. Well, you got a lot more years of playing than we have.
Yeah, man, I don't even remember that.
But so at Garfield, you didn't play your first couple years, right?
Yep, I didn't play my freshman or sophomore year.
What was up with that? Just you was just living your best life.
Just put it like that. Yeah, I was just living.
Yeah. But yeah, man, those Garfield teams, like, I went to Hale, but I used to, since Garfield wasn't Metro then, I used to go watch Garfield whenever I could. I mean, just some of that squad, man, when all them cats from, you and Black and from Will, A-Wash, all them cats. Kemp.
Yeah.
What was it like playing with a lot of them cats, man? And everybody went on to play Euro, from Maul, from Jamal Miller, all them cats, man.
Yeah. Man, it was fun, man. Like, and we were so deep, man. I mean, it's always fun when you win it,
Right.
But we were so deep, and for us to not win the championship, like it hurt. Like, and there's a couple things that happened. I don't want to make no excuses. A couple things that happened, like, Floyd didn't wear no damn suit. This motherfucker coming in with a sweatsuit on. We like, man, you ain't serious?
Right.
You got that, and then Mike Thompson broke his hand.
Mike Thompson, yep.
And then I think during the game he had us playing like zone or some shit. We like, man, we ain't never played zone all year. You got us playing zone.
Oh, are you talking about the game when you guys played Foss?
Yep.
Yep. With Mark Axton.
Yep. They had squad.
Yeah. Yeah.
They had squad.
Was it him and what? Was that Solomon Wyatt?
Yep. Yeah. They had Solomon Wyatt. They had Demetrius.
Yep.
They had Keenan.
Yep, that's right.
The dude Kerry. They had a squad.
I just remember playing them in like the Downtown Prep Classic. And I was like, damn, man. I didn't never seen Solomon White before. I'm like, this dude can jump, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
He can play.
it was nice. It was nice.
Yeah. But yeah, like you're talking about that game. What do you think it was? I mean, did you guys not take them, as serious? Like they ain't got town, they ain't from the town or what?
Nah, because they was like our rival. They was like our Tacoma rival because we played them a couple times before. We played them in the summer, I think at SU or something like that. But nah, we just foul trouble. Just didn't go our way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So talking about that team, talk about, man, how good was Ed Roy, man? Like, a lot of people don't really know. A lot of people might watch this and be like, they just know Brandon, but they don't know Ed was really the dude, man. He was just
Man,
like he was like unguardable.
We thought Ed was going to the league, man, because he can do everything. He was a great distributor. He can shoot it. He was aggressive. So he had all the intangibles. He just just didn't make it, man. I wish he did,
Right.
man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Ed's one of those guys, man. He's up there as one of the coldest from the town to never make it.
Yeah.
But
was...
so back to the high school days, what would you say was like the toughest gym you ever had to play in? Like, what was the gym that was like, man, it's tough going in there, man. They're gonna be on my head.
The toughest gym in high school?
Yeah. Was it that Quaker game?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, it was. I don't know, man. I came like high school, nah, but college, yeah.
Do you have a memorable like a certain player that in high school you went up against? You're like, damn, man, this dude is tough. I got nothing for him.
Nah, because we always had that chip on our shoulder, but there was some nice cats like Brian Morrison was filthy.
Right. I remember I was at that game when he caught a rebound and went straight back up with no step.
B. Morrison was dope, man.
Yeah, he was.
Got Al Snow. You had Beach, you got Tim Ellis and them.
Yep. My guy Haywood at Franklin.
Yep. But Beach wasn't in our
right, they were Metro, right.
Yeah, we was in 4A back then, so but yeah.
And then speaking, I mean, obviously that being at Garfield and that Garfield Franklin 4A, old Kinko rivalry and stuff. I mean, talk about that. I mean, that's in the Seattle high school hoop lore, that was the rivalry back then, man. So, I mean, speak on that a little bit. Like, what does that mean to you? How was that? Just talk about it a little bit.
I mean, it's definitely not the same now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No,
for sure.
Back then, I'll go get my hair cut. Me and Al Snow go get our haircut at Preston's on 23rd, like right before the game. So we go there at the same time, like almost every time we play. And, they be in there talking shit, betting, trying to make me and Snow, bump heads before the game. So
right.
It gets a little heated before the games, man. And then, the crowd, man, the wall sweating. You got rope, the quarters roped around, man.
Mm-hmm.
And back then we had a booster club. So like some of the cats from the neighborhood, from around the hood would sit right behind the bench, hit us off after the game if we had a good game. It was live, man.
Yeah. You had Garfield Rick running around. He was keeping guys in line.
Yep, yeah, Rick.
Before you were part of before you were part of that rivalry, for those first 2 years of high school, did you actually did you go to those games too? Did you watch them and attend those freshman sophomore year?
Yeah, for sure. Because Raydell's my best friend. So
right.
Okay.
I would go to all the games. I tried to play, man, but I was always being a 5-weeker, and then it just didn't work out.
I feel you.
What was y'all's do you remember your record? What was y'all's record when you were there against Franklin? Yeah. You remember that? All right.
Oh, I think we was like 25, and I think before we went to districts, we was undefeated.
Okay.
What was your head? I mean, I know it's hard to listen to over. What was your more like your head-to-head against Franklin? Like that's probably easy to remember. Did you have a winning record against Franklin in your time there, or
Yeah.
not?
No, we did. Yeah, we
Okay.
did.
Okay. Is there a particular favorite moment or game of that rivalry you had or remember?
My junior year. That's when I like got my name, like my junior year.
Okay.
That was my first year playing, and we was playing Garfield. And I really didn't, I played a little bit, in and out. And coach had me on the bench, and I told somebody that I was ready or something, and they told the coach. And he put me in with like the last 4 minutes of the game. We was down 6, and I brought us back, and we won the game. So
Shit.
That's dope.
Yep. So then after that, I went to the little store, and then somebody came up to me and shot me like $20, for winning the game. I was like, ooh, hell yeah. so that was like, that's when everybody found out who Tre Simmons was. And it was during that Franklin game.
That summer, did you play AAU? Did you play AAU like travel ball much or not really? You did?
Yeah, I played for Rotary. Yep.
Oh, you played for Rotary? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. We had a squad too.
Other homies in the pod. He's not with us tonight, but yeah, he played. He was on Seattle Style. He was on. He was your year, but yeah, he was one of the North Enders that played down there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Man, so after Garfield, what was were you getting recruited much, or what was that looking like during your senior year of recruitment, or?
Yeah, I had a few colleges, but it wasn't nothing crazy,
right.
And to be honest, I was a big part of the team, but it was Roy Dale and Ed Roy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So, and I didn't have the grades either, so that probably they probably turned the cheek a little bit. But Roy Smiley and Ed Roy were the top 2 recruits on our team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we pulled up an article talking. You went to Central Arizona. Was that for a year or a semester?
That was for a semester.
Okay, and then you hated it.
I dipped up out of there, man.
The funny
I
thing,
had a boy there.
The funny thing now is like I've known some cats that have gone there because I used to coach at Shoreline, so we used to get transfers from Central Arizona, kind of echoing the same thing. They were like, "Yeah, we hated it."
Yeah, it was some bullshit, man.
Right. So
I had a teammate at UW from Central Arizona, and he was quick to get out as well.
What to do down there, man? The Walmart was like 12 miles away.
What city was Central Arizona in? Where's the city's at?
Coolidge.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Coolidge, Arizona.
So from there you got to Odessa. How did Odessa come about?
So I was doing whatever out here, and one of my AAU coaches, Lou Hobson.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he knew the coach down there. Talked to my mom about it, and they thought it was best for me to just leave Seattle and start over. So
right.
I think that was one of the best decisions that I ever made.
Oh, that's good. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You had a solid year. You guys made the tourney. We're gonna get into Green River in a sec, but talk about how playing at a national JUCO is, and what the competition down in Texas was looking like.
Oh, it's no blood, no foul.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's and playing in a national JUCO, you got a lot of top ranked players that didn't have the grades to go D1 that's playing in these top JUCOs, man. So it was pretty much like playing in D1.
Yeah.
For sure.
You had real life big men and cats looking like somebody's dad down there, man.
Right.
Yeah. I feel it.
And I think that's what made me like realize like and made me tougher. Like, so when I came back to Seattle, like, I feel like, I'm not calling no damn fouls. Like, we weren't calling fouls down there.
Right.
You know, so
You kind of started a pipeline down there, right? I mean, because when Nell and Ray went down there too, that's our guys.
yep, exactly.
Those are
Yeah, is that because of you? Did you put them on down there or what?
I think he asked me about it, and you know, and I did tell the coach about him, and then you know, it just happened, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Nell and Ray, man. Those guys are. Whew, Nell was serious. Nell was serious, and Ray was.
He was dope, man. Big ass point guard.
Right.
Nell was unique, man. He had a unique game, man.
Yeah.
So then you leave Odessa to come back to Green River. Did something happen at Odessa, or you just were like, man, I need to come back home, or?
So there was a camp called Jerry Millen's camp. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jerry Millen's camp, you know, was a big JUCO camp.
Mm-hmm.
So I got invited, and what's so crazy about this? I got invited, and the team I was on, Travis DeCure was my coach.
I know Trav. Yeah.
So he's coaching at Montana now. So he was the coach, and he was at Green River at the time. So he's like, man, why don't you just come to Green River, bro? Like, you know, like let's turn it around.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, you know, like Green River. Yeah. But at that time, I verbally committed to UNLV.
Oh, you did? See, I never knew that. That's dope. Okay.
Yeah. So I verbally
committed. Shark. That was a Shark? Tark was there?
Nope. It wasn't Shark. It was Spoonhour.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Spoonhour.
I think. Yeah, okay. I think so.
Yeah.
But they was down there watching me, and you know, I was killing. I think I was like top 3 shooting guard, you know, in Jerry Millen's camp.
Okay.
Yeah, so come to find out, they watched me play. I'm averaging like 20-something points, and the dude told my cousin like they didn't want me no more. He was like, well, why? He was like, he's just playing lazy, you know, he's not in it. He was like, well, how many points did he have? He's like, oh, he had 25. He's like, so what's the problem?
Right.
So he was like, whatever. So that's when I decided to go to UW. But, you know, Dub C and them was really recruiting me.
Yeah, I bet.
So they was telling Romar about me. He came down to Texas and watched me practice and stuff. So
damn, that's what's up. So man, Green River, man, NWAC. You know, I coached in the NWAC for 7 years. I know about it. You left a big mark at Green River. You had, you know, led NWAC in scoring. You guys won league. Finished second in NWACs. You had 2 50-point games, which in NWACs, that's, you know, in any type of setting, that's pretty hard to do, but real impressive in NWAC. So, man, what was it kind of just like for that whole experience? And then the second part to that is, man, what's it like to have your jersey retired? Because that's an incredible feat. You know,
there it is.
There you go.
There it is. Okay. Show them.
Congratulations on that, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's
dope. Yep. Appreciate it. I'm still pissed off about the second place though, man. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I'll be telling Trav too. I'll be like, it was your fault, bro. You didn't want to give me the rock at the end of the game. You gave it to T Cook, bro. Like, what's going on?
Damn. Who won? Who got first? Who won it?
Yakima beat us by 2.
Oh, Yakima Valley?
Yeah, man. I'm still pissed off about that shit, man.
Damn, YVC, man. Damn.
Did they have anyone? Did they have anyone that was like D1? Oh man.
Man, I don't remember who the hell they had. I don't remember who the hell they had.
They had enough though.
They had enough.
Yeah, I know.
They had enough. What was your question?
Nah, but just I mean, you talked about that game, but then kind of talk about like you made history there. You know, good enough history to have your jersey to retire. So what's the feeling like? I mean, obviously the 3 of us combined probably will never get an accolade like that. So we kind of live vicariously through others. You know what I'm saying? So
Bruce said he might. Bruce might. Hell.
Man, that was I think I set myself up, that year.
Mm-hmm.
And we played a couple national JUCO teams too. We played CSI.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down at CSI, and I had like 35 down there. And I think we played Snow College.
Oh yeah, down in Utah.
Yep. And one of the Utah scouts came and watched me.
Okay.
Yep. And then and that was the first time I was like, damn. It's like he was like, yeah, somebody told me to give you this card. I was like, damn, Utah Jazz? I was like, damn. I'm like, let me go to the league right now.
Hey, right?
But no, I think I set my mark. I think I set my mark at Green River.
Damn, that's dope.
You remember what it was when you got the call from where? Who called you from Green River to be like, hey, we're about to retire your jersey? Did Travis call you? Did the AD call you?
Nope. So our AD, when I was there, I always told him, but I'm like, yo, what's up, man? He was like, well, you gotta put money in this. You gotta put money in this. I'm like, damn. So then he left. He left, and then the new AD, Shannon, she came and she talked to me. She was like, we have to retire your jersey. Like, nobody's ever done anything you've done here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be recognized, and you're always up here. You're always helping our team, You're always up here working out. So she did everything, man.
That's what's up. And so she was like, yeah, we're going to do it. And you're like, man, just give me the date and we'll make it happen.
Yep.
Damn, that's filthy. Yeah, I remember some of the homies were talking about going that day. That was cool. That would have been cool, man.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, you said Will might have been the driving force into getting you to be a dog, huh? So Romar was on board.
He was, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, those are, we'll talk about it, but yeah, those are some of our favorite Husky teams ever, man. It was because it was all town business, man. The whole team. It was town business and Bobby, really.
Yeah, we were telling Bobby. We were telling Bobby from Seattle.
Yeah, right. Bobby's pretty much Seattle, anyways, man.
Yeah, we're like, Bobby from Seattle.
So yeah, the first season at UW, we weren't obviously as a team we weren't as good, but talk about the adjustment when you got to Pac-10. Is what it was back then. Pac-10. What was the adjustment like coming from Odessa to like, okay, this is real?
The practices.
Oh yeah, really? Okay.
Cause the practices and the school and the the tutoring and the workouts in the morning. Like, I was on the verge of quitting.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So I called a couple people. And I called, and one of them was Eric Goodwin. One of the Goodwin twins.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I called him, was like, man, I can't do this, man. So he had to give me a little pep talk, man, to stay at it.
Right.
So, it was about 2-3 times I didn't want to play. But this is what changed it, though. This is what changed everything. I think it was the first practice of preseason. Okay. We was in Evergreen. And me, like, I got, smooth, so I'm going,
yeah.
I'm going in we're doing a 3-man weave, and I missed the layup. Man, Coach Dollar cussed me out so bad and told me to he was just telling me to take my cool jacket off and cussing me out.
I was going to say, you were being too cool. And he was like, nah, none of that shit.
Right. After that, everything changed. Like, he changed me right there.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cam's a yeller for sure. I've seen Cam get in some cats for sure.
Man, Cam's a dog, man.
Yeah. So then, yeah. So then, obviously, was it your senior year? Was it or whatever? I can't remember what year it was, but the Oregon State game, man. That's the game that changed everything for the Huskies forever, man.
My junior, that was our junior year. We was 0-5.
0-5 in conference. We weren't doing too good. I remember I was still watching every game like, man, these guys going to turn it around. You already been like, But then, yeah, that game, man, obviously Nate put it into overdrive. You hit a couple big ones in the end.
Yep.
Talk about that game. Was there something that someone said like, yo, man, what the fuck, man? We're better than these dudes. We're better than Lamar Hurd.
Man, I mean, what was crazy, we was 0-5, but we still had, like, this cockiness to us, like, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I was on the other team, I was like, man, these motherfuckers was tripping. Like, you know.
Yeah, right.
But
Right.
we still had that cockiness to us, even though we was 0-5, bro. So like, and I think that gave us, our confidence.
Well, because yeah, we were down 16 points in that game with like in the
Yeah.
second half with like what I think 8 minutes or 9 minutes, and it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, because they played that a couple times on like the classic, and it's crazy because yeah, we started playing that D, man, and just start hitting everything. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it
There
was.
wasn't something like at some point it was like, yo, man, why are we down, man? Let's come on, let's get. There was, you don't remember like a Will stepping up in the huddle, just going in on cats.
Romar did.
Romar did, okay.
Yeah, Romar did for sure. But yeah, once we got that taste of that W, man, it was it from there.
Right. Because then that's when we went on that run, and we won. I don't know, like probably 7, 8, 9 in a row. Got down.
Yep.
Then we played Stanford at home. They were like #1 in the country.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of good memories, man.
Yeah.
That Stanford game. Of course, us being a #1 seed in the NCAA, because like a lot of all these ESPN and all these AP polls, they're so biased of West Coast, West Coast hoop. So,
Right.
that was a big accomplishment for us to get #1.
Yeah, because so you did #1 seed. That was your senior year, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Because junior year was when we beat Stanford. They were #1, I think, in the nation. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that year, junior year, we played, or you guys played. Who was it? UAB.
Play UAB.
That was a game where both teams had 100.
Yeah, it was back and forth.
We should have won that game, but something happened the night before.
Oh yeah.
And a couple guys didn't start.
Oh, okay. We have to go check that box.
I do remember that. I do remember that. Yes.
Go check it out.
What city? What city were we in?
We was in North Carolina.
Oh, we were.
Was it North Carolina? Or Ohio? Where was we at? Might have been Ohio.
Okay.
But go check that out and see who didn't start.
So some shit went down. Cats had to come off the bench. Yeah.
Yeah, some shit went down, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that game. Go ahead, Bruce.
No, I was saying it happens. I remember that we had some guys that didn't start, but that's either here or now. But I mean, obviously going off that season, obviously you guys felt like you should have won the game if you had the full starting lineup for the beginning. But what did you individually, work on in your game from junior to senior year? You go from the bench, coming in kind of as a, obviously a versatile player, but your role was different junior year to senior year. So what was told to you? What did you work on your craft? What did you do?
I mean, they pretty much just gave me the green light. That was pretty dollar really. He was like, man, any shot is a good shot for you, all right? Like, you got the green light. Like, so, and back then, we'll go anywhere to go hoop.
Right.
We don't need our mom to go drop us off nowhere or, stuff like that. Yeah, so we went anywhere to go hoop, like, so I think just playing a lot, helps you. Not it's cool to work out, but if you're playing 5-on-5 a lot, now you're used to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of just working out by yourself one-on-one, you don't have no defense, you don't have, anything, like no shit talking, none of that. Like,
did you ever get a play against Smiley in college? Did you ever play a game against Smiley?
Nope, he got hurt.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, that'd have been dope.
And you mentioned that, obviously you playing, you worked on your craft, you playing 5-on-5, you're honing your skills, and you guys came back that senior year like gangbusters. And for you, as the team did well, obviously, second in the pack Pac-12 and the regular, or Pac-10 the regular season, tournament champs and all that, right up there, battles with Arizona and stuff like that. And then obviously you had a great individual season with first team all Pac-10, and then the team being the number 1 seed. Just, talk about that, that season as a team, and, yourself individually, just, some highlights or things that stand out to you from that senior year.
Man, well, I mean, for the most part that year, we felt like rock stars, man, because we was balling. I had a lot of memories my senior year, man. Arizona games, senior night. I think I had like 4 threes in a row and like 25. Arizona. I mean, I had a lot because I averaged almost 17 points a game.
Right.
So,
Yep.
me and Nate was like neck and neck. So to make it interesting, and Nate being a competitor, he would always like, I bet y'all make more threes than you. I bet y'all score more than you. So
It sounds like Nate.
yeah, we had like a little inner competition during the game, so nobody knew.
Right.
So, so it made it even funner. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you guys, I think that you guys were both top 5 or 6 in the conference in scoring.
Yep.
I think so. Yeah.
He was like 16 point something. I was like 16 point something.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, talk about that the tournament run. Being a 1 seed, as bracketology and all the analysts out there, right? All the people that predict basketball always, dogging the West Coast teams, especially in the Pac. They always be mistreating the Pac-10. But how did it feel to be that number 1 seed, and just talk about that tournament run?
It felt great. I forgot who the lady from ESPN was, but she was like, ESPN was following us, on the bus and our practices and hotels and stuff. So that was a dope experience. But yeah, we always had we always had a chip on our shoulder because we was from the West Coast and there wasn't that many teams on this side, in the tournament.
Right.
So, but I remember, I think Pitt? What's his name? Krauser? Remember Krauser?
Was
From
he the
Pitt?
point guard?
Yep.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're about to go play Pacific. We're about to go play Pacific. We're going through the hallway. He's coming this way. Of course, Nate. He said something to Nate, so they're getting into it. And we won, and they lost, and we seen them again. And they started talking shit, man. We about to fight. It was all time, man. It was crazy.
So you're saying, that ESPN lady was following you guys around, so there's a bunch of unseen footage? You guys are going to have a Husky 30 for 30 coming out?
Man, Bobby Jones got all the footage. He was supposed to have it.
Yeah, Bobby's supposed to make one, isn't he?
Yeah, because there was like a piece. There's a piece of me on YouTube talking about my earrings or something. Talking about it was gonna be bigger in a few weeks or something. But yeah, he has he's supposed to do a documentary on it.
That's right. I think I remember hearing that.
Yeah. So
definitely.
So go ahead, Bruce. My fault.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, just in that tournament. Any thoughts on that? Obviously, that Louisville game and whatnot, or
yeah, there's a lot of things that should have happened that didn't, man. Yeah. I mean, for one, the zone again, like, I kind of understand why he went zone because they was a little bit bigger than us, but we was faster and we was a defending team.
That's how we played. Yep.
Right, that's how we played. So and then Francisco Garcia knocked down a couple threes that spread the lead, and I remember also he had me and Nate on the bench. We had 3 fouls, and Nate's over there screaming at him like, bro, like this could be our last game, bro. Just let us foul out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just put us in the game. Just let us foul out. And he kept us on the bench, man.
Oh.
I could tell Nate wanted to say something to Romo after the game.
I bet.
Yeah, man. But, we had a great run, though, man.
That's what's up, man. So what? Talk about the impact. The coaches had. We talked about Dollar a lot, but how did those guys have an impact on you? I know what they did on the court. How about off the court for Dollar and Womar?
Romar was like, strictly by the book. We couldn't cuss in practice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was like our father figure.
Yep.
And Dollar would cuss, Dollar would get in your ass,
Right.
like motherfucker, I ain't Romar, motherfucker, like that's how he was. So, in my opinion, Dollar was more of our head coach than
Really?
Romar, because he got in our ass more than Romar. Romar would, but Dollar would fight you.
Right.
Right. So if you did cuss, what would you just have to run?
Yep, you had to run. So we in there, man. Fudge, man. Like it was sounding so corny, man. Like
yeah, that's clowning.
Oh man.
Yeah, we could not cuss, man. It was tough, man.
Well, who else was coaching it? Was it Shaw and 48?
Yep, Shaw and 48 was there my senior year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shaw's my guy, man. That's my dude.
Do you have a specific what was the most aggressive or I guess X-rated, R-rated crowd that you had to go against in the Pac-10? Was it Oregon?
Oregon and Gonzaga.
Oh shit, the Gonzaga games, huh? They were going in.
Yeah.
Do you remember some shit that like some fans would say or chant? Were they coming at you?
I mean, they would always go at Nate though.
Oh, for sure. I know the Nate story. I've heard the Gary Coleman and all that.
Gary Coleman, the midget, all that, man. Yeah. They would mostly just go at Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, because we've heard a couple different stories.
Huge target.
He was what?
I said he was a huge target.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He loved it. He brought it on.
Right, yep.
After UW, I think you went undrafted, but then you had a workout with the Hawks, right?
Yep. I went to training camp with the Hawks, and I played in the summer league with them.
Mm-hmm.
I did great with them, because they let me play the 1, the 2, the 3.
Okay.
And after training camp was over, they was like, man, so we're inviting you to, we're inviting you to training camp.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, cool. They was like, man, we really like you, but I didn't go because Salim Stoudemire was down there too. He got drafted by them.
That's what I always thought. It came down to you and Stoudemire.
So he got drafted by them, and we was both under the good ones.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I don't know if that's going, not two of them,
Right.
You know how in politics and all that.
Oh,
so,
yeah, for sure.
So they're like, all right, well, just they were like, well, Seattle wants you to come to training camp. So I'm like, cool. So I go to training camp. I'm hooping, like I'm killing it. I hurt my knee a little bit, during training camp. But there was the Howard Johnson was right across the street.
Uh-huh.
We had hotel rooms. So, but I stayed at the house, and Ray Allen was picking me up from my house.
Oh, that's filthy. Yep.
He was picking me up from my house going to the training camp. And like the last day before the first game, they cut me.
Did you see it coming?
No, I didn't see it coming.
Damn.
But I knew I tweaked my knee a little bit, so I really wasn't hooping like I could, the last few days. So they cut me, and maybe a few years later, I was overseas. It came out. It was like, man, all they wanted you to do was stay in the hotel. All they wanted you to stay in the hotel. That was it. So I was like, what?
Oh.
Yeah, because they was like, yeah, he's coming in here with Ray Allen, like he already made it, and it was like all he had to do was stay in the hotel and just come. Oh,
damn. It's that little shit. That's the politics.
Yep, just a little shit, man. It's probably just an excuse, but it's all good.
I was gonna say, who do you think made it over you? Would it have been like Flip?
Well, Flip was already there.
Flip was already there.
Yep, Flip was already there. Who else? Alex Scales.
Oh, okay.
Alex Scales was there. There's a couple other people that was there, man. But I don't remember who made it.
Okay.
How did you form that bond with Ray Allen?
Well, I knew him before that because he went to school with my cousin Donnie Marshall in Connecticut.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. So
I
they
know
was
that
real.
was your cousin. That's what's up.
Yep, that's my first cousin. So, I've been knowing Ray Allen.
Yep. Jesus. Yeah.
Man, so you had a nice career overseas, Greece, Israel, Spain, Czech Republic, Puerto Rico, France. Man, it's kind of hard because you had such a big, nice career. What would you say your biggest individual achievement was?
Oh, damn, I had a few of them, man. Over here. I think I was like third and the most points in a game in the VTB, and which the VTB is it's pretty much EuroLeague.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was Keith Langford, Marcus Brown, and then it was me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a big accomplishment. And I mean, man, I don't know, man. I got 7 championships over there, so.
Yeah, you've been champion. You're one of the Euro Cup all-time scoring leaders. You've been MVPs of some of the cups. Man, it's a lot of impressive accolades for sure.
Didn't you win back-to-back championships on different teams?
Yep, in Israel, I was the first American to do it.
I remember hearing about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, and talking about Israel, in one of your last seasons, you played with Nate.
Mm-hmm.
In Israel, and I remember just like following it because obviously we're huge fans and we followed it, and that just seemed like it was a good time. Like you guys did your thing and it was a good time.
Yeah, we did our thing, man. That boy Nate, man, he was like my son out there, man. I had to watch this guy, man.
I bet.
Oh man, the shit he was doing, man. I'm like, dude, you can't do that, man. Like, stop. Like, no, you. He's bringing his cell phone into practice, man. I'm like, dog, you can't. He's like, bro, I got a family, bro. I'm like, bro, everybody got family in here, man.
Right.
You can't do that, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you a story. We was playing a game in Israel, right? So I'm on the bench at the time, and he's in the game, and one of the younger kids goes and sub for Nate, but on the far side by our locker room exit. So he goes in for Nate. Nate doesn't come to the bench. He walks straight out, like out the exit. I guess to the locker room. I don't know where he went. So he's walking out, and now everybody's looking at me. They're like, "Where's he going?" Like, "Where's he going?" I'm like, "Shit, I don't know. I'm on the bench." Like, so the president goes behind me and whispers in my ear. He was like, "If he's not in the locker room, I'm sending him home tonight." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Damn.
So the manager, the team manager, the president, they all went in the locker room and looked for him, and he wasn't back there. So they're like, "We don't know where he's at." So I'm like, "Oh my gosh, bro." So about 5 minutes later, he comes walking out like nothing's going on. He comes back to the bench, and they're like, "Nate, where'd you go?" He's like, "Bro, I had to take a shit." I'm like, "Oh."
Damn. That's Nate right there, huh?
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Man, so
did you guys, when you and Nate were on the same team, did you guys win the chip?
No, we lost in the semifinals to go to championship against Jerusalem.
Okay.
But it was a good series. We should have won. They cheated us though. They cheated us for sure.
Mhm.
Coach goes zone again. That zone's been killing you.
There goes on, but
Yeah.
they cheated us, man.
Man, what would you say is more is better after, like, you know, you've played in the EuroLeague, you play, you know, obviously you've trained with NBA guys, you know what the NBA is all about. You played in the EuroLeague, but after that, what would you say is better from what you've played in, the VTB or the ACB?
I like the VTB.
VTB, yeah. I think, yeah,
VTB.
Micah Downs told us that last week too. We asked him the same question. He said the same thing.
Yeah, VTB. And the thing about I like that I do like playing against like the bigger teams.
Mm-hmm.
For me, because those teams like to switch.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm coming off a pick,
right,
and the big man's on me, so I'm like, oh, it's playtime.
Right.
You know, that's why I like playing against a bigger team, because I'll get them and switch them out, and then, you know, get a good bucket. But but I always felt like anybody that guarded me over there, they couldn't. So.
Right, for sure.
In your travels out there, did you ever play against any other Seattle Cats on like opposite teams?
I played against Micah.
Oh, you played against Micah. Okay.
Yep, I played against Micah Downs. I played against Bob. I could play against Bobby. Who else? See, there wasn't really too many Seattle guys overseas when I was playing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, just them two, really. Well, yeah.
What's some of the experiences like over there? Like I hear, you know, Cats just be smoking in the front row. I've heard stories about people throwing like firecrackers and stuff on the court.
Yeah, actually, I witnessed a man's hand get blown off during my game.
Damn.
What happened there? Someone threw an M80 or something on there?
Yep, they threw like a little firecracker. They wrapped it up in like a napkin or something, and they threw it on the court, and the security guard ran to go get it, and it was like a big-ass explosion right in front of our bench. Luckily, we was on this side, but, you know, when it blew up, you can just hear it screaming. I turned around, he just landed right on his face. It was like finger flesh on people's shoes and stuff. It was crazy.
Where was this at?
This was in Israel.
Oh, wee.
Yep. And then Will Bynum called me. He was like, "What happened, man? Like the TV." He said, "I was watching the game, and the TV just shook and then went off." And then I explained it to him. But yeah, dude's fingers got blown off, man.
Damn, this is while play was going on, or during a timeout, or what?
This was while the play was going on. Luckily we was just down on the other side of the court when he threw it.
Right.
And dude, yeah. And what's crazy is when I was in Israel that year, I went to play in Czech Republic.
Yeah.
So I'm walking downtown in Prague, and I see the security guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got his hand like, he got both his fingers was like this.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
and he remembered you when you seen him, right?
Huh?
He remembered you when you seen him?
Yeah, he remembered me.
He was like, damn, that's wild, man. So did it like, was there any places you went where it didn't feel safe playing games like that?
Yeah, there was one in Israel. We played Ashkelon. It was it was near the Gaza Strip.
Okay.
So we're playing the game, and after the game, there's like 2-3 fighters just smashing across like the gym.
Oof.
So dude was like, "Hey, we gotta go. Let's get the fuck out of here."
Damn.
Yeah, but I didn't heard bombs and stuff. But I never felt like, I was in harm or nothing.
Right.
And I say this all the time, like, shit, you go in the streets, out here sometimes, shit,
right.
You're looking over your back,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, talk a little bit about your experience with the Big Three, man. Going with that, how do you feel? How was that? How was going on with that?
Big Three was live, man. I just wish I got a little bit more time playing.
Right.
Because I felt like I could have, I could have been like one of the top players.
Right.
But I just didn't get that much time because GP was so. He looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? And I was playing, but I wasn't like he was Mario Chalmers. He loved Mario Chalmers. They was on the same team. They got a championship together.
That's his boy. Yep.
Like, yeah, he really couldn't do no wrong.
Right.
But all in honesty, I'm like, man, this motherfucker ain't that good.
Right. Well,
For
that's
real.
what LeBron thought too. It's like,
I'm like, Mario's my guy, man, because he used to come up to Seattle and playing the runs and stuff up here.
Right.
yep.
But I'm sorry,
Yep.
man.
Are you gonna do it? If they have it again, are you gonna play again?
Nah. That was just like a one-time thing, man. I'm like, I'm gonna here, just another something to put on my accolades,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
Right.
But actually I was coaching the TBT this year because we got a Washington team.
Right.
Yep. We were gonna get into that next, actually. Yeah. So
Oh,
you're just coaching, huh? You're hanging up the jumpers.
Man, they want me to play, man. I was like, man, I can't play 3 days in a row, bro. I give you one and a half game.
Right.
You're the coach, man. You decide how much you can play.
Right. Yeah. So, but
Now,
nah.
how did that team come about? Because I know earlier in the season or earlier in the year, Tone Roten had talked about putting a Washington like alumni team. So how did that kind of all come together for you guys?
Yep. So when he posted it, he texted me. It was like he was like, "Yo, who do you think should coach our team? Like the team Washington?"
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "What are you talking about, me?" He was like, "Well, yeah." He was like, "That's what I wanted to hear." So we got that done, and then we just started brainstorming on who would best fit for the team.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, so you guys pretty much you two created the roster?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
No, you guys have a squad. I mean, I'm not like, I'm from what I've seen, I've looked at a lot of the other squads. You guys probably have the most talented, but the nice thing about you guys is you guys have guys who will play a specific role. Now it's just like it's not a bunch of like
Exactly.
6 wings who all want the ball. You guys got your ball handlers. You guys have your shooters. You guys have your your grad transfers. You guys have your bigs. You guys have a pretty well put together team. And we read there's a couple of surprises, maybe a couple of surprises you guys have coming still.
Well, and I mean, and that's how you got to put a team. You got to put a team. You got to have a few role players.
Right.
Only one ball, man. So
yeah, exactly.
And I'm trying to explain to these guys, like a lot of players got to sacrifice, bro. It's $2 million on the line, bro. So
right.
But yeah, I tried to hit up Spencer Hawes, man, but he said he wasn't gonna play.
Big Needle's out, huh?
Yeah, Big Needle's out, man. I'm trying to get Jacob Wiley.
Okay.
I mean, he's our last piece that I want to get.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he's not committing yet.
He's not answering the phone.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
You were talking about all the accolades you've got. You just got one not too long ago, a couple months ago, with Garfield winning that state championship.
Oh yeah, man! I was so pumped. I
was down there. I was down there doing some commentating.
Yeah.
That was cool, man. Congratulations on that. What's it like, being back at Garfield, coaching the last couple of years, having your nephew on the squad? He's like the best freshman in the state, maybe.
Yep. Man, it was cool, man, because I never got a high school ring.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So that was my first high school ring, and to get my first high school ring and my nephew's first high school ring was it was pretty special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was. I mean, you guys was right up there. You East Side and in O'Day. What was it like? You know, tell me a little bit what you think about Paulo, man.
That dude don't need to be playing high school, man.
Right? Yeah, he's
Yeah,
different, man.
Yeah, he needs to go to college, man. Right now.
Right. Or the G League, something. We'll see what happens with him.
So we don't got to be worried about his ass.
Right.
Man, just a couple more things, man. We appreciate you taking, a time to talk to us, so we can kind of get to know you and, your fans and our fans can get to know you as a person and as a player. There's 3 questions I have. Just one word answer, first thing that pops in your head. So what's you're a big shoe head. I've been following you on Instagram for a long time, man. What's your all-time favorite hoop shoe?
Jordan 10.
Oh, that's the second person.
Yeah. Okay.
Micah said the 10s too.
Who did?
Micah.
Oh yeah.
He's like, if I can find a pair, I mean, I need them, Yeah.
Favorite restaurant in Seattle?
Ooh, favorite restaurant in Seattle? That's tough. Damn.
I know it's a tough one. It would be hard for me even too. All of it.
That's tough, man. I can't even answer that.
All right,
Okay.
fair enough. And then last one, the toughest player from the town that you ever had to guard. Whether it was, it could be somebody like, like Ed or one of these younger.
It could be Doug. It could be Flight.
This is Jamal.
Oh,
Jamal.
Okay.
I mean, he's not for me. He's not tough to guard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, can you stop him?
Right.
Because like every time we had runs, we was always on separate teams guarding each other.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what made me like a better defender. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Guarding one of the best one-on-one players, offensive players in the world.
Right.
Right.
For sure.
So I know how to guard him, but I can't stop him every time.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
So.
All right, man, Trey. This has been wonderful, man. We appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today.
For sure.
Man, it's been love, man. We appreciate it so much. We know we're gonna get this out on our YouTube page. So yeah, once we get it, you can share it, so your fans can get to know you, man. But the BTST guys, man, we appreciate your guys' love and support, man. Please follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. This is Adam here, Charlie, Bruce, and our special guest, man, Tre Simmons. Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, you guys. Take care. God bless. We'll see you guys.
Go Dog.